Yeah, we're good. It's not already. Okay, we're about to be out. Oh, we need to move. Wait, wait, Gail. I just make sure. Eli, can you come over here so I don't have to stand behind you?
Oh, my bad. Okay. All right. Ladies, got my food on conversation.
I will now call the meeting to order. We'll have a six-town clerk take the roll. Here.
Here. Present.
Present.
Here.
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 Here. Here. Present. Here.
Here.
Present.
Here. Here.
Here. Here.
Present.
Here. Here.
Here. Here. Present.
A quorum has been established. We will now have divine guidance from order from Board 20.
Thank you, Madam President. Please be seated. It is an honor to serve on this board and to have an opportunity to give divine guidance remarks this evening. I shall offer a prayer from the Lutheran Book of Worship. God, our refuge and strength, who have bound us together in common life. In all our conflicts, help us to confront one another without hatred or bitterness, to listen for your voice amid competing claims, and to work together with mutual forbearance and respect. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. Thank you, my President.
I will now ask everyone to stand. I'm going to read some names. I'm going to read the names. Robert L. Streeter, Brad John Angelo, Patty Sumter Burgess, Gertrude Sargent, and Ida Carr. I would like everyone to stand for a moment of silence, please. Thank you. I would like to note for the record that order for Ward 29 has joined us. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President, and good evening. I move approval of the journal of the April 15, 2024 Board of Alders meeting. Second.
The item has been moved and seconded. Discussion. Are there any changes to the journal? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any extensions? The item passes.
Thank you, Madam President. On unanimous consent, I ask you to see in item number 1 from the tax collector, order of tax refunds, May 6, 2024.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority.
I move the item. Second.
The item has been moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any extensions? The item passes.
Thank you, Madam President. I ask unanimous consent on items 2 and 3 from the Deputy Chief Administrative Office submitting an order of the Board of Alders of the City of New Haven approving associated with the 14th annual closer to free ride on Saturday, September 7, 2024. And 3 from the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer submitting an order of the Board of Alders of the City of New Haven approving the road closures associated with the 2024 Great Pixel Parade on Sunday, June 2nd, 2024.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority.
I move these items. Second.
The items have been moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any extensions? The item passes. Majority.
Thank you, Madam President. I ask unanimous consent on items 4 through 13. 4, order concerning real property taxes of Lisa Amadeo on motor vehicle tax accounts 80561, 51785, and 51777. 5, order concerning real property taxes of Belinda Brown on motor vehicle tax accounts 81812, 8222926, 790753, and 775698. 6, order concerning real property taxes of Jewel Bowman on motor vehicle tax accounts 55360, 55401, and 55677. 7, order concerning real property taxes of Star Harris on motor vehicle tax accounts 73127 and 72134. 8, order concerning real property taxes of Sharina Jones on motor vehicle tax accounts 915485, 87649, 76401, and 933005. 9, order concerning real property taxes of Vicki Jones on motor vehicle tax accounts 76257 and 86329. 10, order concerning real property taxes of Jawan Miller on motor vehicle tax account 733669. 11, order concerning real property taxes of Iselin Perez on motor vehicle tax account 89002, 91676, 88918, and 91207. 12, order concerning real property taxes of Renee Piscatelli on motor vehicle tax account 89836. 13, order concerning real property taxes of Christine M. Wright on motor vehicle tax account 105903.
Is there anyone going to deny the name of consent? Seeing none, let's move forward.
I move these items.
Second.
The items have been moved and seconded to question. I call on order for Ward 16.
Thank you, Madam President, and good evening. These 10 residents did not pay the taxes on time, and they neglected to do so, and because of that, interest has accrued. That has become a barrier for them and a hindrance. So they requested if they can get some assistance, if we can waive those interests, they're able to pay the taxes in full. And I urge that this body supports that decision. If we do that this evening, we'll be able to receive $7,323 with 51 cents, and I urge to support this body. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes.
Thank you, Madam President. Under communications, I note items 14 through 39. And I request, Madam President, that you would grant item 36 a first reading. I also note for the record, under first readings, items 40 through 45. Bringing us to second readings, I move item 46, city services and environmental policy favorable. A, order of the Board of Alders designating the corner of Gulf Street and Webster Street as Ricardo Torres Jr. Way in perpetuity to commemorate and honor the vibrant life of Ricardo Torres Jr. to the people in the Dwight community and citywide. B, order of the New Haven Board of Alders designating the corner of Dickerman Street and Sperry Street as Ruth Henderson Corner in perpetuity for her love, commitment, great contributions, and service to the people in the Dixwell community.
Second.
The items have been moved and seconded. Discussion. I call on order for Ward 10.
Thank you, Madam President. On Thursday, April 4th, 2024, the City Services and Environmental Policy Committee met, and we would like to recommend this item favorably. This is item A. New Haven firefighter Ricardo Torres Jr. died a hero on May 12, 2021. A New Haven native in 2019, he fulfilled the dream he had since he was 2 years old of becoming a firefighter as a member of Recruit Class 62. He paid the ultimate price, battling the blaze on Valley Street. Naming this corner Ricardo Torres Jr. Way is a small token of appreciation for his sacrifice. I urge my colleagues to vote favorably to support this corner naming. Item B, again on April 4th, 2024, City Services and Environmental Policy Committee met, and we would like to recommend this item favorably. Since 1955, Mrs. Henderson, affectionately known as Grandma Ruth, has been an unwavering pillar of support and inspiration within the Dixwell community. Mrs. Henderson's boundless love and mentorship has touched the lives of countless young people on her home block of Dickerman Street, earning her the endearing title of Grandma Ruth to over 600 neighborhood kids. I urge my colleagues to vote favorably to support this corner naming. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes.
Thank you, Madam President. Continuing under the City Services and Environmental Policy favorable, I move items C and D. C, resolution of the New Haven Board of Alders authorizing the mayor to accept funding from the Federal Highway Administration, the Connecticut Department of Transportation, and the Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection for the Shoreline Greenway Trail and acquired property interest required for the construction of the Shoreline Greenway Trail. D, resolution of the New Haven Board of Alders authorizing the mayor to accept funding from the Connecticut Department of Transportation as part of the Community Connectivity Grant Program and acquired property interest required for the execution of the Wintergreen Area Pedestrian Improvements Project.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order for Ward 10.
Thank you, Madam President. On Thursday, April 4th, 2024, the City Services and Environmental Policy Committee met and would like to recommend this item favorably. The City of New Haven has been offered 2 grants totaling over $9 million for the New Haven Shoreline Greenway. This 4-mile path will unite the Farmington Canal Greenway with the Shoreline Greenway Trail to create a system of regional importance. More specifically to New Haven, the path will link the parks and neighborhoods of the East Shore to each other and to the large New Haven active transportation network. I urge my colleagues to vote favorably to support this grant funding. Item D, again on April 4th, 2024, the City Services and Environmental Policy Committee met and would like to recommend this item favorably. The State of Connecticut Department of Transportation has offered a $669,600 grant to the City of New Haven for the Winter Green Area Pedestrian Improvements Project. The aim of the project is to improve pedestrian connectivity in the Winter Green area by installing sidewalks along Winter Green Avenue, Springside Drive, and Wilmot Road. These sidewalks will connect Common Ground High School, Brennan Rogers School, Brookside, Brookview, and Westwell Manor to the city sidewalk network. Due to the narrow width of the Winter Green Avenue Bridge over Winter Green Brook, a separate pedestrian bridge is needed to provide safe passage for pedestrians. Installation of this bridge requires acquisition of a small parcel of land from the cemetery on Winter Green Avenue. The land is at the corner of the property and is currently wooded. This will be a great area for more pedestrian safety as well as for the schools that were mentioned and the residents that were mentioned. I urge my colleagues to vote favorably to support this grant funding. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes.
Thank you, Madam President. I move item 47, finance favorable A, ordinance amendment to appropriate ordinance number 1, authorizing budget transfer number 202-24-1, transferring funds from fire services salary accounts to overtime accounts in the amount of $2,700,000.00.
Second.
The item has been moved and second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 25.
Thank you, Madam President. The Fire Services Department requests to transfer $2,700,000 from its salary accounts to its overtime accounts in order to fund larger than anticipated overtime expenses. The Finance Committee heard this request on April 8th when Chief Alston explained the reasons for this overtime spending. Among them is the fact that New Haven has more 911 calls than any other municipality in the state. Many of those calls are medical in nature, and the department is committed to excellent response times. The committee voted to give the item a favorable recommendation and ask colleagues to vote in favor of the motion. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, this is the ordinance amendment. I have the city council clerk take the roll.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Is there anyone who hasn't voted wishing to vote? Is there anyone who has voted wishing to change their vote? Seeing none, item passes.
Thank you, Madam President. Continuing on finance favorable, I move item 47B, ordinance amendment to appropriate ordinance number 1, authorizing budget transfer number 201-24-1, transferring funds to the police services salary account to overtime training, printing and binding, and animal shelter accounts in the amount of $3,380,000.00.
Second.
Item has been moved and second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 25.
Thank you, Madam President. The Police Services Department requests to transfer $3,380,000 from its salary accounts to its overtime, training, printing and binding, and animal shelter accounts. The Finance Committee heard this request on April 8th when Chief Jacobson explained the need for additional funding in these accounts. The many vacant officer positions is the biggest driver of overtime expenditures, as has been the case in recent years. The committee voted to give this item a favorable recommendation, and I urge colleagues to support this motion. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, this is an ordinance amendment. I have the city council clerk take the roll.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes. Is there anyone who has voted wish to vote? Is there anyone who has voted wish to change their vote? Seeing none, item passes.
Thank you, Madam President. Continuing on the finance favorable, I move item 47, C and D. C, order of the Board of Alders of the City of New Haven authorizing the execution of a multi-year contract with First Student Incorporated to be the commercial provider of student transportation services for the Board of Education from July 1, 2024 to June 30, 2028, in an amount not to exceed $124,856,051.31. D, order to read and file the updated budgetary and financial reports for the month of February 2024 in compliance with Article 8, Section 5 of the Charter.
Second.
The items have been moved in second. Discussion, I call on order from Ward 25.
Thank you, Madam President. Item C. The Board of Education requests authorization to enter into a 4-year contract with First Student Incorporated to provide school bus transportation services for New Haven Public School students. The Finance Committee heard this request on April 8th when Chief Operating Officer Lamb put forward the merits of this contract. One commendable feature is that the final costs of the contract are driven by actual utilization of services, i.e. the number of routes. Another is that eventual electrification of the fleet is addressed in the agreement. The committee voted to give this item a favorable recommendation, and I encourage colleagues to vote yes on the motion to approve the item. Item D, a motion to read and file is appropriate for this item. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes.
Thank you, Madam President. Under legislation favorable, I move item 48A, zoning ordinance amendment of the City of New Haven, changing Article 5, Section 42, use table 43.1, 43.3, and 45 by adding a transit-oriented development district known as Transit-Orient Community Zone to the text of the New Haven zoning ordinance as a new zoning district.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion, I call on order from Ward 27.
Thank you, Madam President. On Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024, the Legislation Committee met, and we would like to further recommend this item. The zoning ordinance amendment would allow the development of the area around Union Station to create a transit-oriented community. This change will allow this area to include residential and further development with the goal of aligning zoning with the needs of the working groups at the Union Station Partnership and community. I urge colleagues to vote favorably to support this zoning ordinance amendment. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? I will now call on order from Ward.
Thank you, Madam President. I am in support of this amendment as it will bring much needed development to this area. I urge my colleagues to vote favorably. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, this is a zoning ordinance amendment. We'll have the city town clerk take the roll.
Gordon.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Is there anyone who has voted wishing to vote? Is there anyone who has voted wishing to change their vote? Seeing none, motion passes.
Thank you, Madam President. Continuing on the legislation table, I move item 48B, zoning map amendment of the city of New Haven, maps number 16 and number 12, to change the designation of approximately 7.33 more or less acres of land located at 170 Union Avenue, MBP 237/1300/00200 from BE wholesale and distribution to a transit-oriented development zoning district classification known as a transit-oriented community zone.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order for word 27.
Thank you, Madam President. On Tuesday, April 2nd, the legislation committee met and we recommend this item favorably. The zoning map amendment is the second piece needed to create this transit-oriented community around Union Station. I urge colleagues to vote favorably to support this zoning map amendment. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, this is an ordinance amendment. We'll have the city town clerk take the roll.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Is there anyone who has voted wishing to vote? Is there anyone who has voted wishing to change their vote? Seeing none, item passes.
Thank you, Madam President. Under legislation, I move item 49, leave to withdraw. Order of the Board of Alders granting leave to withdraw to the communication to approve ordinance amendment of the New Haven Board of Alders 2OR-2023-0021, Title 4 of the City of New Haven's Code of Ordinances to bring flood damage prevention ordinance into compliance with the Uniform Building Code for the state of Connecticut.
Second.
The item has been moved and second. Discussion on the leave to withdraw. I call on order from word 27.
Thank you, Madam President. The legislation committee met on the same day as the other items that we mentioned, and the petitioner has withdrawn the request, and so we ask that the vote be favorable for a leave to withdraw. Thank you.
Any further discussion on the leave to withdraw? Seeing none, all in favor of giving this item a leave to withdraw, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The item is withdrawn. Mr. McWilliams.
Thank you, Madam President. Under miscellaneous, I move item number 50, motion to discharge. From the chair of the committee of the whole submitting a motion to discharge the committee from consideration of the item titled Resolution of the New Haven Board of Alders supporting a U.S. Congress House Resolution 786 and joining other U.S. city councils and calling for an immediate and permanent ceasefire, the release of all hostages, including Palestinians, arbitrarily detained by Israel, the unrestricted entry of humanitarian assistance into Gaza, the restoration of electricity, water, food, and medical supplies to Gaza, an end to the siege and blockade of Gaza, and respect for international law by all parties, and affirming a commitment to combat anti-Palestinian and anti-Arab racism, anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, and all its forms and ensure the dignity and safety of all of its residents and take it up for immediate action.
Second.
The item has been moved and seconded. Discussion on a motion to discharge only. Seeing none, all in favor of discharging the item, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item is discharged.
Thank you, Madam President. I move that we give this item read and file.
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Discussion on the motion to read and file only. I call on order from Board 26.
Thank you, Madam President. I stand in support of the motion to read and file. I want to add for the record that I was honored to be given the task to chair the Committee of the Whole, and I want to thank you, my Vice Chair, Alder Furlow, and the entire board for supporting us getting here tonight, especially our Legislative Services Office. It was a lot of work, and the effort that this board put in allowed us to hold a committee meeting and get this to the floor of the board through our process. The committee meeting we held on May 1st was a great experience of how our community can come together and have thoughtful dialogue despite differences of opinion. That is the point of a hearing process, to have a structured and respectful conversation about an issue. I believe we achieved that through our work and our efforts. Over 300 people signed up to testify, and over 100 verbally spoke at the meeting. We also received over 1,000 emails on this topic. So the board heard the public on this issue, and that was the request of the sponsors of this legislation, that we hear this. As we accommodated their request, I am happy to support this motion to read and file this item tonight, and ask my colleagues to do the same. Just to be clear, we are taking no legislative action on this item other than to file it. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion on the read and file? Seeing none. All in favor of reading and filing item, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay.
Nay.
Any abstentions? The item is read and filed.
Thank you, Madam President. I move that we adjourn.
Second.